Assalamualaikum and greetings to all of you, especially to Madam Hidayah. Today, me and my team members of the subject IMD236 will present to you guys our group project titled Bibliometric Analysis of Library Literacy. Without wasting any time, let's jump into it. Before we start, I'm going to introduce to you guys our group members. The one talking here is Muhammad Adam Wafi, and the other two is Najwa and Faiz. First of all, bibliometric analysis have different methods to study academic literature through statistical techniques, whether it's qualitative or quantitative. And the one that we are going to perform is here today. It's called quantitative methods, which we play with a lot of numbers. So we are going to make use UITM subscriptions to its full potential, and the database that we are going to use is Web of Science and Scopus to examine publication patterns, citation impact, and collaboration trends of the keyword that we are going to use later. So we will also filter the search result from a lot of aspects, and the keyword that we are going to use is AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. I'm sure we are all familiar with AI nowadays, but does library around us use it to its full potential? In order to know that, we must know, is there enough studies or journal talking about these subjects? So let's compare.
Okay, now move on to methods. In this assignment, we use two different databases. The first one is Web of Science, and the second one is Scopus. We also use Boolean search strategies, especially AND, to retrieve more accurate and relevant publication from academic databases. We decided not to use OR and NOT because when we use OR, it may retrieve too many unrelated results about our keyword. We also doesn't use NOT because it may exclude potentially relevant publication that are important for the study. And our keyword is AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. Okay, for Web of Science databases, the first step is to enter the keywords using the advanced search option. After entering the keyword AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries, the search result shows that only 32 documents were retrieved without applying any filters. Step 2. Filtering by publication years. The first filter applied was the publication years, which were limited between 2021 and 2026. This range was selected because it is the only publication year option available in the Web of Science databases. After applying this filter, the number of results remained the same as before, with only 32 documents retrieved. This is this shows that all the publication documents were already within the selected year range. Okay, now step 3. Filtering by document type. The results were filtered by document type, which is articles only. This filter slightly reduced the total number of documents to 31, showing that one publication did not meet the selected criteria. Step 4. Filtering by language and countries. The next filter applied were language and country. Only English publication was selected because it is the most commonly selected because it is the most commonly used language in academic research. For the country, USA was chosen as it is the country with the highest number of publications in this field. After applying this to filter, the total number of documents was reduced to only 10 documents. Step 5 or last step. The last step was filtering by open access status. This was done because open access articles are freely available, making it easier for researchers to access and verify the information without restriction. Okay, now move on to Prisma diagram for Web of Science. For record identify through Web of Science databases searching is 32. After that, record screen 32 also. After that, records exclude for the past 4 years, which is 2021 and 2026. After screening, it also 32. Records filter by document type, which is article 31. Exclude After that, records exclude by language, which is English, and by country, which is USA. Also by open access status, it become 10, and final analysis result for Web of Science using our keyword is only 4.
So as you guys know, Scopus will be our second database that we will be using to collect relevant publications. And Boolean logic was applied to our keywords, which is N. So AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. So let's move on to our first filtering. So as you guys can see in this screenshot, this is our first step in filtering the document. So the first step is to enter our keywords there, and as you guys can see in the screenshot, I use a title apps key field to narrow the result even more. So the searching is focused to documents that have the keywords AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries in their title, abstract, and author keywords. So this is important to improve the relevancy of the retrieved document. So it really limits the result towards studies that discuss our desired keyword while decreasing the entry of the articles that are non-related. So the next step in filtering is filter by publication year. So the use of this filter is to limit the search results to document published within a frame within our desired time frame. So in our case, we will be filtering our desired document from the time frame of 2019 to 2026. So as you guys can see there, and as you guys know, AI is a really new concept or discipline or subjects. So even after filtering from 2019 to 2016, 2019 to 2026, uh, there are not much difference. So as you guys remember just now in the first step, we got 53 documents found, and this time we got 52 document found. So there is only one document difference from 2019 backwards. So the third filtering for our document is document type. So this filtering is used for filtering documents for our desired document type. So for our case, we will choose articles, and this step is really important to making sure the quality and the reliability of our sources, because academic articles are usually peer reviewed, which helps to maintain the authenticity of the materials. So the next step in filtering is to filter by language and countries. So this filter does as like their name. So they will filter by the document's language and countries. And for our case, we will choose English and United States. So only documents that are published in English language and published in the United States will be chosen. So this will ensure consistency and avoid translation constraints. So after all that, we only got 14 documents found for the fourth filtering step. So, lastly, our last filter is to filtering by open access status. So, the results were filtered by an open access status documents only. So, this filter was applied to improve the accessibility of the study. As a result, only free documents that can be accessed and reviewed without any subscription barriers included. So after all that filtering, we only got two documents found. So after all that filtering, we got finally we got our Prisma diagram of Scopus, and as you guys can see in this diagram of Scopus, in the first step we got 53 documents found for our keyword, even after applying all that field thing. So after all that filtering and process we just done earlier, the final results we got is only two documents found. So this Prisma diagram of Scopus alone shows that uh, a really good filtering process can really help us looking for a specific document for our research. So a good filtering process can really help us.
So, as for this part, I will talk about the result and discussion. As for this page, it talk about the most popular author. In Web of Science, among the authors identified from the Web of Science database, it shows that the author contribute evenly to research, AI librarianship, and artificial intelligence in libraries. So in this figure 13 author profile in Web of Science, it shows that all the author have do a research about AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. So for the Scopus, among the author identified from the Scopus database, it shows that all the authors contribute evenly to research AI, librarianship, and artificial intelligence in libraries. So in this figure 14 author profile in Scopus, it shows that all the authors have been do a research about AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. And all of it is balanced. For the discussion, a comparative analysis of Web of Science and Scopus show evenly distributed authorship, with each contributor producing one publication. No single prolific author emerged, reflecting a diverse research landscape shared across multiple authors. So for this page, it talks about the countries that always active in do the research about the keyword AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. So in Web of Science, based on the country filter in the Web of Science database, the United States was identified as the most active contributor in terms of publication volume related to the keyword AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. As you can see in figure 15, countries identified in Web of Science, the United States was the most highest that talk about that do the research about AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. In a Scopus, in a Web of Scopus, based on the country filter applied in Scopus, the United States was the most active contributor in terms of publication volume related to the keywords AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in libraries. In figure 16 countries identified in Scopus, the United States was the most active other than countries, and they always do the research about the AI leadership and artificial intelligence in libraries. As for the discussion, the United States leads in publishing on AI in libraries, consistently producing research that support digital transformation, enhanced cataloging and information retrieval, and advanced open science. As for this page, it talks about the organization that always do the research about this keyword. In Web of Science, using this affiliation filter in Web of Science, the analysis identify a variety of institutions contributing to research on AI leadership and artificial intelligence in libraries. However, all institutions have only one publication, and it can be seen in Figure 17, affiliation by Web of Science. So in others website, that is Scopus, in Scopus, affiliation refers to the organization or institution associated with publication. Based on the analysis, affiliation related to the keyword AI leadership and artificial intelligence in libraries has equal result of all the organization. And you can see in figure 18, affiliation by Scopus, they all have balanced result of all the organization. So as for the discussion, research on AI leadership is still emerging, with few institutions worldwide contributing and low publication counts in Web of Science and Scopus. The highlight opportunities for broader institution engagement and collaboration to expand the field knowledge base. As for this page, it will talk about the document type. In Web of Science, there are 4 most famous articles in Web of Science related to the AI leadership and artificial intelligence in libraries. One of the articles is Against AI, Critical Refusal in Library. And we can see in this graph bar, in figure 19, article in Web of Science. In Scopus, there are only 2 most famous articles in Scopus related to the AI leadership and artificial intelligence in libraries. One of the articles is Transcending Binaries of Agency through Librarians' Discursive Construction of AI. And we can see in this bar chart in this figure 20 article in Scopus. For the discussion, Web of Science and Scopus show only a few articles on AI leadership. Research in this field is limited and still emerging. The low publication count points for potential for further study, with room for more scholars and institutions to expand knowledge. As for this page, it will talk about the funding agency in this website, Web of Science and Scopus. In Web of Science, unfortunately, the Web of Science analysis did not identify any funding agencies for publications related to the AI leadership and artificial intelligence in libraries. As for the Scopus analysis on AI leadership and artificial intelligence in libraries identify only one funding agency, which is Syracuse University. And you can see in figure 21 funding agency in Scopus. As for the discussion, Research in this area shows limited financial support. Web of Science lists no funding agencies, while Scopus identifies Syracuse University, offering some visibility. This highlights opportunities to strengthen and expand funding for AI leadership.
So, in conclusion, in our opinion, Scopus is a more reliable database than Web of Science because it covers a wider range of study and disciplines rather than just focuses on just science and engineering. However, both database is a credible source of academic source for scholars because they provide peer-reviewed academic materials. To further elaborate about our research on the keyword AI librarianship and artificial intelligence in library honestly feels still limited and yet remains a narrow fields. There is no dominant authors, institution, or country dominating these fields or subject. This shows that the research output of this keyword is still scattered, and we absolutely identify no patterns or really low volume patterns. So thank you so much for spending your time watching our videos, and I hope you get a very good benefits from watching this video, and you get a lot of insights from this video. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you. See you guys later.